Hello and welcome to the channel. So let's just get straight right into this video. Please do well to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Subscribe and turn on your bell notification so you always get updated as soon as I upload a new video to the channel. So this is how to make this simple kaftan dress. The first thing is to fold your fabrics into four like so, right? So I also went ahead to cut off my shoulder slope. I cut off 2 inches. I did that already. So now let's just go ahead to take in our measurement. The first measurement is to take out the neckline measurement. So for the width, I'm going to be using 3 inches, and for the depth for the back neck, I'm going to be using 1.5 inches, while for the front I'll be using 4 inches, like so. So here we are having both the back and the front neck together. So this first one is the back neck and the second one is the front neckline, right? So the next thing I want to do is to take out I want to measure the length of my sleeve, but let me just take out my shoulder measurement first. Then from that shoulder measurement, I'll take out the remaining measurement I want for the sleeve, right? So you can just take out whatever number you want, but just to make it easy for you, I first took out my shoulder measurement, then the measurement I wanted for my sleeve. Now I'm going to take out 8.5 inches for the sleeve opening. I don't want it to be too wide so that my boobs will not be showing from this dress. So 8.5 inches is just fine. Then now from this place, you can do it in two ways. Either you take out your bust measurement, then add the ease allowance that you want, which I did here. I took out 10 inches and I'm adding 3 inches allowance. Or you can just go from the edge of the fabric, just take out 1.5 inches or 2 inches and just give that a curve, a nice curve, right? So it's showing this is the sleeve and this is the bust, right? Just to give it that curve to start working with. Then here I'm just going to mark out the waistline, the waist point and the hip point. Then at this point, I'm going to take the waist measurement of 28 to 7 inches and I'm going to add 3 inches ease allowance. Then for the hip, I'm going to take a hip measurement of 40 inches with 3 inches ease allowance. So I'm just going to connect these lines together as much as possible. This is not a fitted dress, so it's not going to be very shapy or fitting. That's why we are having that 3 inches ease allowance. So I'm just going to connect this right to the bottom of this dress. So now we're just going to connect everything to the hem line of this dress. And at the hem line, I'm going to go up with 2 inches just to have a curve, a nice curve at that point. So instead of us to just have a straight cut there, we're going to be having a nice curve there, slant just a little bit. So now we're just going to go ahead to cut. So now for the neckline, we are going to cut off just the back neckline first, right? Please don't make the mistake of cutting the front neckline first at this point. Cut the back neckline, then you go ahead to separate the front from the back, right? So after cutting the back neckline first, then you go ahead to separate the back dress from the front. So after doing so, then we'll now go ahead to cut off the front neckline. Please do not make the mistake of cutting the front first before the back. You're going to have the back measurement will be wrong. It will just be too deep for your liking. So cut off the back first, then you can go ahead to cut off the front neckline like so. So after doing so, let's go ahead to measure how our opening at the front, how deep you want, determined by if you want your boobs to show or not. So here I'm just using 4 inches. I'm just going to create this 4 inches deep, which is fine for me. So at this point, this is what we have. Having this deep, this dress doesn't have a zipper or anything. So having this cut at the front with the neckline is going to make it easy for the dress to pass through the head. So right now this is what we have. Then the next thing you want to do is to cut out your facing for this dress. So if you are making this for a client, I would recommend you use the same fabric you are sewing for your interfacing, right? Because now this is what I'm just using. This is what I have right now. So I'm just going to use it. But if you are making it for a client, it's advisable you use the same fabrics you are cutting out, the same fabrics you are sewing, use that for your interfacing. So I'm just going to So I'm going to go ahead to do the same for the back, both interfacing for the back and for the front. So this is that of the back. So to place, after cutting out the facing, you're going to place the facing right side facing each other. Then you sew around the neckline, along the neckline with half an inch. Then you turn it out or turn it in. Then same thing for the front, right side facing each other. Then you sew half an inch around the neckline. So it's interfacing. When you are done, you put everything inside the dress. Not, it's not going to be outside, it's going to be inside the dress. That's why it's called interfacing. So it's going to be inside the dress. So at this point I lost my clip. So what I've gone ahead to do, I went ahead to join, sew the neckline, and I joined the shoulder lines as well. So I went ahead to also iron in the sleeve with hemming gum. I didn't sew it, I just used hemming gum to turn in the sleeve. And so this is what we have right now. I'm just going to go ahead to take in my final measurement. So like I said, I went ahead to sew in the necklines and I ironed them out, used hemming gum to press them just to give it a nice finishing. So this is what we have right now. I'm just going to go ahead to iron everything out. Then at the hem of the dress, I'm going to fold it in also with hemming gum. I don't want thread to show at all outside the dress, so everything I'm using is just hemming gum. Then from the shoulder, you measure 21 inches from the shoulder. That's where the pocket is going to start from. So for the pocket, you can use either ashoke or any colorful ankara of your choice. You know this is a plain fabric, so any ankara of your choice will work fine. Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe, comment, and turn on your bell notifications. Thank you.